It's harvest time at Charles Smith Wine's Jet City. And this one is extra special. It's their first harvest in this new location in Georgetown.
It's been going swimmingly. We've been really, really busy. Everybody's really enjoyed coming to visit here.
The winery opened its doors here off Albro in July with a multi-million-dollar renovation to this former Dr. Pepper plant. And while the winery got its start in Walla Walla, this location in Georgetown is one for the record books. It's the West Coast's largest urban winery, and it's located exactly where they want to be.
Georgetown was a natural fit for me. I want to be a place where people make things, and the thing is, this area has been like that ever since the old days when you had the Rainier Brewing and Malting Company. And of course, considering that I'm alcoholic beverage oriented, it made a lot of sense.
And by having such a major winery located now in Georgetown, there's no doubt it's going to give a boost to the other 4 wineries in the area: Fall Wine, Cloudlift, OS, and Laurelhurst.
Charles Smith definitely has the halo effect for the wineries that are in this area. They've gotten a lot of publicity for their new tasting room, and I think it's going to be a really great thing for everybody who's down here. It's definitely going to bring in a lot more people, a lot more tourism, more visitors.
We do have to work a little bit today to make some booze.
Greg Smallwood is the co-owner of Laurelhurst Cellars, and he's no stranger to Georgetown. He's been here with his other business for 25 years.
Back then, Georgetown at night, you didn't want to go out. It was boarded up. It was old, but it was still really cool. There's a lot of cool restaurants and bars, and one of the oldest bars in Seattle is down here. And since then, now it's become this kind of artistic, really kind of a neat place to be.
He says he is thrilled to see such a significant winery like Charles Smith now in Georgetown that will help all of them get more exposure.
Oh, it's fantastic. We've got kind of this loose group of wineries throughout Seattle, but including Georgetown, where we all kind of cross-promote each other, talk about each other, send customers after they taste here down the road to another winery.
Washington State as a whole is a major player in the wine industry. We're the second largest wine producer in the U.S. and are now home to 870 wineries. And here's something you might not know. When you visit the 5 wineries in Georgetown, you're actually getting to taste a full representation of grapes from each of the wine-growing regions in Washington State.
The wineries here in Georgetown, they source their grapes from the 13 different wine-growing regions in Washington State. So what's great for wine consumers and people who love wine is instead of getting in the car and driving for 2.5 to 4 hours to Eastern Washington, they can just hop in the car, come down to Georgetown, and taste wines that represent grapes from all over the state.
The Merlot is 90% Merlot.
Really?
5% Cab, 5% Cab Franc.
OS Winery, located off 4th Avenue, is owned by Peggy Sullivan and is a veteran winery. It started in 1997, but they just moved to the Georgetown neighborhood about a year ago.
It's been so great to be closer to the action, so we really like Georgetown as our new home.
She says the move from South Park to Georgetown was a smart one. Business is up in the new location because it's easier for people to get to, and it's in an up-and-coming area.
Some of the best parts about it are all the new faces that we've seen in the tasting room, and it's really easy to find, and there's just so much fun traffic and energy. There's so many young new things happening in Georgetown, and we really enjoy being a part of that.
And tourists visiting Seattle say they like that they can travel just 10 minutes south of downtown and find so many wine gems that are no longer hidden, especially with big draws like Charles Smith, who are helping to get this area on the wine map.
You can see the buildings from here, you see the Space Needle when you're coming in. It's kind of like in a plaza here. You wouldn't expect there to be a winery here, but that's kind of what gives it its, cool. It's really cool. It's back here, tucked in.
So what did you think? Could you tell the sweetness level changed? Yes.
Slightly. Yes, it is a huge draw. I came from California, and if you wanted to go up to wine country, you kind of had to plan a day trip. So it's nice that you can just go, if you have a couple free hours in the afternoon, just pop on by here.
Yay, cheers. Thank you, Georgetown wine.
There it is. There it is.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.